My name is Kathy Taylor Toms, and I graduated in 1994, and I was a communication major. My first job after Hanover, I was communications specialist, so my parents were really proud of that I actually went into a field that they'd paid for, but yeah. Being a liberal arts school, I think I got a slightly different background than some of my colleagues, which I think is good. I think a lot of them were learning some technology and learning some things that I wasn't necessarily doing in the classroom, but I felt like my communication background here really taught me how to learn different things, because it taught me to be independent and do research on my own and explore things on my own, and I think the faculty really does a good job of teaching students that. And if you can have that background, you can learn anything you need to on your own, and I think a lot of my classmates did the same thing. We went into lots of different fields, but since we had learned how to learn that way, it made it easy to go into whatever field you were interested in. I do independent work now, actually. I worked for a couple of different companies doing corporate communications, and then I decided I wanted to start my own firm and work for myself, and I was able to take a couple of those companies that I had worked for in the past, and they became my clients. And then I picked up other companies, and I do PR work for them and do graphic design work and copywriting and kind of anything they need to communicate with their customers and with their employees and with other companies. So yeah, I think maybe I'll get back into the corporate world again someday, but I like working on my own now. It's good. I think the whole communication department was very powerful for all the students that went through the program. They were all so passionate about their fields, and when we were here, at least, all of those professors had very different backgrounds in communication. And I think it helped us learn that, communication is everywhere, and it can take a lot of different forms depending on what your own interests are. All those professors had very different interests and different passions, but, it all comes down to communication. So, yeah, I think the whole faculty in the communication department was really interesting to learn from and to watch. I would tell them that to really, don't put the blinders on and really see the whole world that's out there. There are a lot of opportunities like study abroad kinds of things and off-campus things that you can do that can really, I think, enrich the experience that you get here. And I know it's not all about resume building, but at the same time you can get a really rich experience in some surprising places that can be good for your resume and just good for, just getting a broad, interesting background to take you forward into a career and into your life. So really look for those opportunities and grasp them. I did a couple of internships and volunteered at the hospital in Madison, and there were days when, gosh, it was a beautiful day out. I just wanted to hang out, in the quad and do what everyone else is doing. But at the same time, there were some really cool experiences that came out of that. And I think employers, once you get out of school, are really impressed by seeing that you did something while you were in college that maybe didn't take that much effort. You're not working 40 hours a week, you're not even working 20 hours a week, even just putting in 4 or 5 hours a week somewhere, I think can really help solidify some of the things that you're learning in the classroom and then take you places when you get out of school also.